Hey everyone, and this is the next weekly recap. This week was kind of poor and a bit forced, but interesting situations. As you can see, again, like average quality setups prevail, but we had what we had. So first setup is on US 100, and let's check it. So this is the overall situation. As you remember from the previous week, we started these consecutive bullish shifts on US 100, and I was looking to take these longs here. But the problem with this zone is very interesting. So first of all, pay attention how we had this move and then this bigger mitigation of the previous big zone. And then from here, we started one more break, created this pullback, and created one more break with this zone. And I was looking at this zone during the London session on, New York session on Monday, and try to say what's wrong with this zone. So you can pause and maybe think about what is wrong with the zone. I will close up a bit. Yeah. And first thing that comes to my mind is that it's a candle which is not like big enough in my eyes. Yes, we have this bigger zone, but what's even more important in this specific situation for me is that this zone never mitigated this. And we have a really big, really huge zone sitting right below this average quality zone. And I was considering this fact, but decided to go for a long. And actually it went for some reaction and almost took me to my day profit on my second trade. But overall, and given the fact that we had some news and going on, and it's the end of the month, so it was only logical to expect deeper mitigation. But so what we have is a bullish context, this zone, and let's look at what kind of longs did we get there. So I was entering with 4 hours with daily, but against 15-minute, and I think against 5-minute, even only with 1 minute. And pay attention to my entry range. It's really poor quality. So this bearish price action, so a bit of range overall, and then nice, really nice zone, but the range overall is poor quality. I went here, so I went above this candle, probably, or maybe I don't remember exactly right now, but either here or here, it does not actually matter because it went to the stop loss. Oh, I see now, it went a bit to the profit and then just took me out, yeah. And then it took me out and I took a risk entry because this zone didn't break. Yeah, actually it broke, but went straight up with these candles, and I took this risk entry. And at this point, of course, I was break even, and I was taken out at break even. Didn't close here, so waited for 5 hours. And actually that was it. So, and then market went for deeper mitigation. So for those of you who are still here, I need to tell that yes, I actually tried to buy out some of these moves, and these were the trades that were not supposed to actually happen and exist. This is an emotional forced trade that I'm still dealing with, even having funding the account, even having the experience and all the work that I do with mindset. Still, sometimes I fall on this. So my specific example is when my zones like fail, but we are still overall bullish, you know, and so I'm just trying to force some moves from the zones. You see, found this refinement, try to force it, which almost like 99% it never happens, like results in a good trade. So yeah, but I tried to buy something from here, And overall it went for deeper mitigation, and that's all for these two trades. Let's look at the journal. So B minus that went to 4R, but eventually took out at break even. And then yeah, tried to buy deeper mitigation, so it was a C or even a D quality, so just maybe confirmations on really low time frames and with no clear setups, again like this. And now let's go to EU trades. So what we have here is bullish price action on daily 4 hours, but it started to become rangy, and we had some bearishness from monthly as well. So I was looking based on these shifts. So first of all, this is a time where I looked just for trade in the direction of a zone from the bullish time frame, from the bullish price action. So I was looking to take the market here. Not doing this often, but sometimes I do it. We had this a bit overextended pushes and then started to shift back bearish with this pretty clear structure on 5 minutes, and I was okay to try to take it. So my first trade here was actually, I think, from yes, from 3 minute and 1 minute. So we had these 3 minute shifts and then 1 minute, and then 1 minute for me it was like pretty clear shifts, night zone. So try to short this, went straight to the loss, and then shorted higher zone from 5 minute. It actually went to almost 3R, yeah, to 3R, and then took me out at break even. And after that it fell all the way to take profit and even further during the New York session. The problem, big problem with these two setups, again I give them B minus, as you know, it was again high time frame, but not only that, it was taken during, so this one during lunchtime for me, and it's like a bad time because this is almost the end of New York session, and usually what the market does, it builds up, liquidates some highs, and then during the New York it starts the main move. So in my practice it happens a lot. And also EU rates in 2 hours after the trade, so a lot of news. It's all happening before New York opens, lots of volatility, bullish high time frame, and so on and so on. And we had maybe even better. So yeah, this is enough for like average, really average quality setups. And that was the week. And yeah, basically that was the week. And by the way, you see, if I was to wait for clear shifts, we had this possibility to enter, like this almost perfect mitigation, and then with these shifts I would not have an entry, and then here it went just for the range. Yeah, but you see, if I didn't want to break even, I would have a winner, but that's okay for me. That's okay for me.